Alright, hello everybody, this is Starman, and welcome back to Let's Play Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Last time you remember we were offered a chance to choose our fate. I have elected to take the path that keeps Sophia with us for the moment. And we have traveled to Algeria with nothing in our hands but the Lost Dialogue of Plato, National Archaeology magazine, our whip, and for some reason the gum that we picked up from under a desk at the college. But it is a festive marketplace here. We have a knife thrower in the distance, some citizens, a beggar, and a sign. So let's look at the sign.
It says aerial views, one flight up.
Which presumably be the roof right here.
I don't want to disturb them. They look kind of busy.
And yet, they're still there, and we can do stuff with them. Well, look at them. Pushing the citizens, not possible. So let's annoy the beggar.
Hello there.
Ah, a prosperous American.
Ah, a racist stereotype.
You ever hear of Atlantis, old man?
Atlantis. Atlantis. No.
What are you doing here on the streets?
I'm a beggar, Effendi. It is my job to be here. Today, I'm offering a discount. Give me food and I'll give you a free gift.
How's business?
I've seen worse. Today, I'm offering a discount. Give me food and I'll give you a free gift.
Yes, you mentioned that already.
Do you know where to find Omar Al-Jabbar?
Omar is one of my best customers. His shop is on the other side of the marketplace. Now, let me get back to work, please.
Okay, so clearly we are going to need to give him some food to get some vitally important item, which he is giving away as a gift, as opposed to selling it or trading it for food himself. Look, I don't make the rules of adventure game logic, I just exploit them. Let's ask Sophia what she thinks of all of this.
Listen.
What?
Ah, Algeria. What do we do now?
Let's find Omar Al-Jabbar.
In case you'd forgotten why we flew 4,000 miles to get to this place in the first place, which is easy to do playing a adventure game like this, where you start traveling every place and completely forget why the heck you're going to all these places.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Do you know where to find Omar Al-Jabbar?
He has a shop nearby behind the marketplace.
You ever hear of Atlantis?
I only know about knives and how to throw them, and a little first aid.
Nice knives.
Yes, they were a gift from my father, the greatest knife thrower in North Africa. I'm trying to follow his example. But alas, no one will volunteer to be my assistant since the accident.
Sorry to bother you.
No bother. I just wish a volunteer would step forward to assist me.
And it will not let me walk anywhere close to that board.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'd make a wonderful assistant.
It's refreshing to see such spirits, but my assistant must be a woman. Show business, you know.
Oh, if only we had some brave, noble woman to put forth into this perilous, almost fetishistic situation.
Excuse me.
What?
I think you should volunteer to help the knife thrower.
No, you don't, Jones.
Do it and I'll let you wear my hat.
I'll let you wear my fist if you keep this up.
Come on, assist the guy, will you?
Nope, nope, nope.
Think about the effect on international relations.
I'm I'm thinking about the effect on my health.
The man's desperate. He needs your help.
Is this your idea of a friendly nudge?
And this is, of course, the subtle hint as to how we're supposed to actually proceed.
Oh, I get it. You're chicken.
Well, cock-a-doodle-doo. I'll never volunteer.
So where's your sense of adventure? He's an artist with those knives. Listen,
What?
we won't get anywhere until you volunteer.
Stop trying to push me into this.
Please, it's perfectly safe.
What's with you anyway?
You gotta see this genius in action.
Really? Gee, knives make me nervous.
Which sets up...
Oof.
Look here, ladies and gentlemen. I volunteer.
But,
Now, my dear, there's nothing to be afraid of.
but...
Just walk over to the board now. Ta-da! Thank you for your brave assistance, my dear. Allow me to express my gratitude by giving you this souvenir knife.
Here, take this knife before I use it on you.
Alright, so now we have a bloodstained knife.
It's a sharp, blood-stained knife.
We also have a grocer we can speak to.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Do you know where to find Omar Al-Jabbar?
Omar, his pitiful excuse for a shop is down the alley here.
What looks good today?
Today we have a special, squab on a stick, only 20 dinars.
Do you accept U.S. currency?
Sorry, no.
Oh, a squab would sure hit the spot.
20 dinars, Effendi.
Well, maybe we can make a deal.
Maybe we can make a deal.
What kind of deal?
It's just me, he sounds suspiciously like Groucho when he says that.
I'll give you my fine leather jacket for a squab.
In this heat, don't be absurd.
I've got another offer.
Make it.
I'll trade this beautiful knife for a squab.
I already have several of those knives. The knife thrower has notoriously bad aim.
Don't go away. I'll get back to you.
Alright, so we have nothing to trade yet. So let's head down the alley and find Omar Al-Jabbar. And this guy who oddly seems to be dancing around the shop a little bit. I come from a land, from a faraway place. Yeah, the beat fits pretty well for that, actually. That's
Funny. Looks like that ghost we saw in your study.
That ghost was Nurab Sal.
I wonder if I can just walk away with the mask.
Wait 1 minute.
Of course not.
So you think you can just stroll out of here without paying?
I have a knife.
Well, how much does it cost?
That mask? On second thought, you can have it. It's been scaring away all my best customers.
Well, so much for that.
This thing is spooky. There's nothing to look at.
You're no prize either, Hindi.
Excuse me.
What can I do for you, Effendi?
Are you Mr. Omar Al-Jabbar?
I am but a humble shopkeeper. My name is unimportant.
The game master could not be bothered to give me one. Little D&D joke there.
Do you ever deal in antiquities from Atlantis?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Many a fool dreams of the lost kingdom. How may I know your intentions are serious?
I've got a PhD. Will that do?
You have quite a sense of humor, I see.
Excuse me again.
Yes?
I'm really interested in Atlantis.
And I really need some reason to take you seriously.
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
For example, it is said that 3 stone discs were needed to open the gates of Atlantis. Show me one of those if you can.
I saw a stone disc once, but someone stole it.
That's too bad. I don't discuss the Lost Kingdom with amateurs.
Okay, so clearly we will need to get another one of the 3 discs of Atlantis if we want to progress.
Excuse me.
What is it?
And we've got a couple options here.
You think this guy is Al-Jabbar?
There's only one way to find out.
He wants to see a stone disc.
Maybe we better get one and show it to him.
Duh.
Of all the shops in Algeria, we had to walk into this one.
We'll always have Iceland, Indy.
Yeah, nice Casablanca reference there.
Hot enough for you?
It'll get a lot hotter if the Nazis beat us to Atlantis.
Let me think.
Okay.
All right, well, this is actually all we can do for the moment. So we'll go ahead and take the road back to the airport. Sorry, the long, dusty path back to the airport. And go to Monte Carlo.
Well, here we are.
I had no idea Monte Carlo was the lost city.
Don't start with me, Indy. It's Trottier we're after.
But what does Trottier look like?
How should I know? I've never actually met him. We did all our business by mail.
What makes you think we'll find Trottier here?
All his letters mention how much he likes strolling under the bright lights.
Suppose Trottier shows up. What then?
Bring him up to my room.
Hey! And yeah, honestly, this is kind of a harebrained plan, because we're supposed to just randomly talk to people on the street until we find which one is Trottier.
This plan sounds kind of harebrained to me.
Don't worry, it'll work. He used to have one of the 3 stones. If we can coax him into a seance, he might let us have it.
If Mr. Sal helps out, of course.
I'll go get ready.
Now, there are actually a couple of ways to play this. So I'm going to do a quick save here. Because as luck would have it,
Just a moment, please.
this man, who you can't tell because he's pixelated in distance, but he's rather distinctive, having a brown suit and no hair, apart from a little bit of gray on the sides, but this is Alain Trottier.
Are you Alain Trottier? Oh, perhaps. Who's asking?
And it's vitally important that we pay attention to what he says during this conversation.
I'm Dr. Indiana Jones of Barnett College. Jones. I believe I've heard of you. Yes, of course, the famous archaeologist. Actually, I'm just a simple professor. Oh, leave the modesty to me, sir. Alain Trottier. Amateur scholar, part-time poet, professional dreamer. Normally, I spend my nights at home, but the book of changes indicated, well, simply put, a change. And here I bump into you. Ah, what good fortune.
Okay, so, Book of Changes.
Madame Sophia's in town and wants to meet you.
Really? The great psychic? Oh, no wonder I felt restless tonight. Still, one must be cautious. I fear my business competitors will stop at nothing. To prove they didn't hire you, answer me this. Why did the Atlanteans build their huge colossus?
Okay, and this is another clever bit of copyright protection. And if we've read through the Lost Dialogue, we should know this one.
To make themselves like gods.
Yes, excellent. Obviously, you know Plato's Lost Dialogue well. How can I help you?
Well, Madame Sophia will read your fortune. We'll let you trade her wisdom for yours. Come upstairs, this woman shows dynamite. Or we can just leave and say, excuse me, I have another appointment.
Follow me and Madame Sophia will read your fortune.
Oh, this is a big step. I'm not sure.
Come on, take a chance. She's right here in the hotel.
I don't need this woman's counsel. I don't need anything, but I'm curious. So, I'll do it. Please, lead the way.
Okay, he doesn't need anything, he says.
Have a seat, Monsieur Trottier.
Is he here?
Okay, Trottier's all yours.
Oh, Monsieur Trottier, I am so pleased to meet such an expert antiquarian at long last.
Madame flatters me. It is I who am pleased to meet you.
Now then.
And, of course, we do have a couple of ways that we can approach this. Generally, I think it's better to not be too demanding or too proud in dealing with him. For instance, if you're talking to him as indie and you don't play up the whole, oh, I'm a humble professor thing, he'll get offended and storm off, and you have to wait for him to come back around to talk to him again. So let's go with a token of power.
A token of power will help focus my thoughts.
I wonder, if your concentration is so weak, perhaps I've picked the wrong psychic.
I'm afraid Nurab Sal is temperamental tonight.
Too bad. Another time, perhaps.
And whoops.
Guess I didn't pass the test.
I'll say, I'm taking control of this team.
Okay, so I have to go back and talk him back up here.
Just a moment, please.
And yes, I can still...
Do you know where I can find Monsieur Trottier?
Whoop.
I can still talk to random people even once I know who he is.
Excuse me.
Of course, the
Do you
minute
know
I
anything
do
about
that...
Atlantis?
Certainly not.
But I think he will emerge at any moment.
Over here, Monsieur Trottier.
Well, hello again, Dr. Jones. How can I help you?
What do you say we get in touch with the spirits?
Begging your pardon, I refuse to be patronized by arrogant fools like you.
And yeah,
Monsieur Trottier?
I offended him with that one.
Yes?
Sorry about being so rude.
I do not believe your sincerity.
Just a moment, monsieur.
Yes?
Have a nice evening.
Okay, so we'll wait for him to come back. And hopefully he'll be in a better mood. Give him some time to stew, but anyway. There are, all appearances to the contrary, couple of
Monsieur
different ways
Trottier?
to tackle this
Yes?
once we do get him to open up.
Hey, why don't you stop being such a jerk?
Well,
Over here, Monsieur Trottier.
yes?
Sorry about being so rude.
I do not believe your sincerity.
Just a moment, monsieur.
Yes?
Sorry about being so rude.
I do not believe your sincerity.
Huh. Eventually he does relent. It just takes you a few tries and trying everything.
Just a moment, monsieur.
Yes?
Have a nice evening. Over here, Monsieur Trottier.
Yes?
Have a nice evening. Monsieur Trottier.
Yes?
Sorry about being so rude.
I do not believe your sincerity.
Over here, Monsieur Trottier.
Yes?
Hey, why don't you stop being such a jerk?
Well,
Monsieur Trottier.
yes?
Sorry about being so rude.
I do not believe your sincerity.
Oh, come on. How many times do I have to insult you before you
Monsieur
think I'm
Trottier?
sincere?
Yes?
Sorry about being so rude.
I do not believe your sincerity.
Just a moment, monsieur.
Yes?
I can keep doing this all night.
Have a nice evening. Over here, Monsieur Trottier.
Yes?
Sorry about being
Why
so
you
rude.
keep coming back?
I do not believe your sincerity.
Oh, wait.
The door is closed.
Is that you, Jones? Where's Trottier?
I've tried, and that fool won't come up here.
I hadn't thought about that possibility.
You had
Dropped Nurab Sal's name.
And yes, this is what I should have done in the first place. Was go back and talk to her even though I had just left, so...
Monsieur Trottier,
Yes?
I just want you to know I work for Nurab Sal.
Did you say Nurabsal? Well, perhaps you're not the buffoon I took you for. Now, excuse me while I consider this.
Okay, yeah. See, this is the problem. I played through this game a couple of times, and in the Wits path, you have to talk to him a few times to get to reset the conversation. This one, you have to talk to Sophia to do it, so I do apologize for the confusion there, but...
Monsieur Trottier,
I think this worked out to our benefit.
Hello again, Dr. Jones. How can I help you?
Madame Sophia wants another seance.
Well, she's a charming woman.
And I am
I'll do
French.
it. Please, lead the way.
Savoir-faire is everywhere.
Have a seat, Monsieur Trottier.
Is he here?
No, I was just talking to myself.
Okay, Trottier's all yours.
Let's begin again, shall we?
Okay, so the trick is that we do have to name drop Nurab Sal.
with a token of power for Nurab Sal.
Well, I have this stone key from the lost city. It should prove my worth to Monsieur Sal.
Very good indeed. Now let's begin our communion with that great spirit.
One moment, madame. We've never met before. You could be an imposter. If you really have psychic powers, tell me. Why was I taking a stroll when I first met Dr. Jones?
How should I know?
Read my mind, or read Dr. Jones' minds if you prefer. I told him everything.
Let me think.
And this is where we test our ability to remember the conversation that we had earlier. And in this case, it does change each playthrough, but he said the Book of Changes.
The Book of Changes told you to.
Very inspirational. What is my greatest fear?
Well, he mentioned his business competitors.
You fear business competitors.
Very inspirational.
And when you get the right answer, he'll say
need?
very inspirational. You need the truth, you need money, you need nothing.
You need nothing.
You don't say. Now then, how many fingers am I holding up behind my back?
What kind of stupid question is that? The answer depends on pure chance.
Not if you're truly psychic. Don't worry, I won't cheat. How many fingers?
Yeah, you won't cheat.
Well, all I can do is try a wild guess.
You won't cheat, but the game will. So, and if you get the first three answers right, it's supposed to let you automatically get this, because it's supposedly proving that Sophia really is psychic.
1.
I'm very disappointed, madame.
Well, that is why we cheat.
2.
I'm very...
3.
Amazing! You must have truly read my mind. Now, what words of wisdom can you offer to guide me?
Nurab Sal says, give up your quest and the stone key.
Nurab Sal says, give up your quest and the stone key.
Nurab Sal is wise indeed. Au revoir. Nice work, Sophia. Now I'm taking control of this team. Looks like we have one of the 3 stones. Let's hope we can find a way to use it.
I'll bet Trottier got it from Algeris. Those two do a lot of business together. Let's head for North Africa and find out if I'm right.
Fine. I'll hail a cab while you get changed.
Now, this is one way to get the stone, but on the odd chance that you don't want to save the game and reload or mess around with that bit of trickery, there is another way. And ignore those captions.
Excuse me. Are you Alain Trottier? Oh, perhaps. Who's asking? I'm Dr. Indiana Jones of Barnett College. Jones. I believe I've heard of you. Yes, of course, the famous archaeologist. Actually, I'm just a simple professor. Oh, leave the modesty to me, sir. Alain Trottier. Amateur scholar, part-time poet, professional dreamer. My horoscope told me to find a new path through life tonight. And here I bump into you. Ah, what good fortune.
And sure enough, this time we're getting the horoscope bit.
Madame Sophia's in town and wants to meet you. Really? The great psychic? Oh, no wonder I felt restless tonight. Still, one must be cautious. I fear being fooled by fakers. To be sure you are a true believer, answer me this. When were the many freaks of nature created?
Let's see, when night ruled the great city, when darkness concealed the tall horns, when the celestial spheres were aligned, in the last days of Atlantis.
In the last days of Atlantis. Oh, no, you're just guessing. Bonsoir, monsieur.
So, yeah, but I think I can actually get to this point here by messing
1.
up.
I'm very disappointed, madame. You have failed my little test.
Please excuse me for just a moment.
Of course, madame.
Can I talk to you, Dr. Jones? I don't know what to do, Indy. You take over.
If you insist. Go on back to the seance and I'll think of something.
It better be good. I'm sorry. Now, where were we? Let's move on.
Okay, so we don't have much to work with back here except for
It's a fuse box.
a fuse box, a cabinet
It's a
containing a
flashlight.
flashlight.
I don't need it now.
Look at...
I don't think that'll work. It's the main power switch for the room.
The lights. What happened to the lights?
I think Nurab Sal is trying to signal us.
And now if the light's out, we can pick up the bedspread, which gives us a sheet.
I think I should try something else first.
So we put on the sheet, put on the mask, and use the flashlight.
Oh, I feel the presence of Nurab Sal approaching us.
Ooh.
Aye.
Well done, Indy.
Looks like we have one of the 3 stones. Let's hope we can find a way to use it.
I'll bet Trottier got it from Algeris. Those two do a lot of business together. Let's head for North Africa and find out if I'm right.
Fine. I'll hail a cab while you get changed.
And that is the other way you can get the Sunstone if you aren't lucky enough to guess your way through the test and remember what he said during your first conversation. And with that, we will go ahead and close this chapter, and next time we will return to the shop of Algeris. See you then.